Greetings Barbers, this is Max from Stag, and today I'm going to be showing you a loose wavy textured quiff with a low fade. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to start with cutting the main length through the back and the sides. Obviously Nick's hair's got quite long, so we're just going to reduce a lot of this length, take it quite far down, leaving a bit of shape for the corners, just to keep a nice bit curve on the heads. And then what we'll do is we'll dry that off, take it a bit shorter with scissor over comb technique, and then we'll fade it through. So what we're going to do is, we're going to work vertically, vertical sections down. We're going to slightly layer through the corners, just to remove a little bit of the length, a bit of the bulk, but building a bit of shape through here. If you want to check out some of our other videos for layering short hair, please follow the links. So yeah, just removing any excess length, following the guide that we set. So we're keeping a bit of length, a bit of weight through these corners, a little bit through here, taking out all of that, leaving a bit of length through here, which we'll cut afterwards. Taking that main bit of length off. So as we're just moving around the front, I'm just going to start to over direct a little bit back, just to leave a little bit more, a little bit of length, a bit of softness. Left a little bit of bulk through the recession, from the curve of the head. A little bit of softness coming through the front as well. Yeah, just clean that out and taking a bit of the length away. What we're going to do is we're going to dry that off. We'll scissor over comb a little bit of the length away, and then we'll move on to our fading. So now we're starting to get the shape coming through. I'm just going to work and take a little bit of this excess length off through the sides, just with a scissor over comb technique. So we're already starting to see the shape come through a little bit for the fade that we're going to put in. If you want to check out a scissor fade, please look at some of our other videos. Let us know what you guys think, whether you prefer a clipper fade or a scissor fade. So I'm just going through with the barber comb too, just almost taking it down quite short on its own. It's a nice length. I'm just using the DS Plus scissor. So now we've taken the bulk of the length off quite loosely. We'll go through the clippers and we'll start to fade. So obviously the purpose of the fade, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking it a bit shorter through the perimeter and then blending pretty seamlessly through into the length that we've got through the top. We're going to start by taking it down to a 1 for the perimeter, 1.5 up to a 2, and then we'll probably scissor over comb to get the nice blend through. Obviously we don't want to go too high, we're only going to take it like quite small, a little bit lower throughout. So what we need to do is work towards and with the way the hair naturally falls. Making sure to listen out and hear what the clippers are doing. You'll still be able to hear if they've still got a hair to cut. We're fine, make sure you're going over each and every section. So what we've done is obviously we've taken this down to a 1. We're doing quite a low fade, so I'm not taking it particularly high. Taking the hairline in a bit tighter, and we're just kind of working to that angle. What we're going to do is clean up over the ear. Again, connecting that into that area through there. Then we'll work into a 2, and then we'll get a blend in between. Again, we want to be working with the natural fall of the hair. What we'll do is we'll do a bit of clipper over comb, Well, we'll just almost same principle as a scissor over comb, but instead of using the scissors, we'll go in with a clipper. So just using the comb as a guide and just cleaning up any unwanted length. I like to refine with scissors, so just go through and get a bit more of a softer finish on things. Nice blend starting to come through. What we're going to do, just to soften the edge, we're just going to go in with the DS Plus thinner. Just to really soften the blend. And we'll work around to the other side. Obviously making sure to check balance. Again, we're going to start up a 1 for the perimeter, then put the 2 in and then get the blend from there. Always make sure in between just to clean up the hairline, just to make sure you can see everything. It's good for checking for balance as well. So what we're going to do now is just obviously fade the hairline through a little bit to give it a nice sort of sharper finish. So we've kind of got most of the groundwork here already where we've done the sides. So we've taken that down to a 1. Obviously because I want to skin fade it, I'm going to take it down to a 0. So we're going to start with a 0.5, get that really quite nice and tight. And then we'll just go through the perimeter with the 0. Very gently, just going through, moving those smaller hairs on the neck. So now we've got that hairline faded, we're just going to blend this length in through here, and then we'll move on to the top. So now we've kind of got the back and the sides to an area where we were happy with them. We'll do a little bit of refining at the ends, but what we're going to do now is just move on to the top. Nick wants to keep a little bit of length left through here, so what we're going to do is just thin everything out and get a bit more of a blend on it, so it's not too extreme from short to long. We've kept a little bit of weight for the corners, just to give it a bit more movement and texture, but we're just going to really release that cowl through a little bit. Just use a few different layering techniques to kind of achieve a little bit more movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the back. We've got a bit of this extra length coming through here. It's kind of following the head shape. So what we're going to do is we're just going to release the cowl through a little bit more. So we're just going to bring everything out straight from the head, just to remove that little corner of weight. So what we're going to do, everything straight out from the head, not up, but just directly out, almost kind of rounding the back. So I'm choosing to club cut everything just so I can see where my guide is. Keep a bit of sharpness coming through. Following the way that the hair naturally wants to fall. So in theory this area of the haircut will be quite blended and connected, while the fringe should be a bit disconnected from the rest of it. So we're generally doing it on wet hair. Layering technique, as you can see. So if the hair's dried from doing the clippering, what we'll do is just re-wet it down through the top. I'm going to move to slightly a bit more of a point cutting technique just through this area, because I really want to show off a little bit more of Nick's natural movement in the hair. Obviously once dry we'll do a bit more fine tuning, personalising and thinning a little bit. And that's the length you want to keep, so just really scooping that out. Obviously, the inverted layering technique's really given us a lot more movement through here. Taking it shorter through this vicinity and then leaving all the nice length for the neck want it to keep for the front. Cool, so what we're going to do now is we're going to dry the top off. We're going to style it obviously a little bit curlier, so we're just going to put in a few products just to enhance the natural movement of it, try and get a little bit more lift through here, and then once dry we'll just go through, texturise it and personalise it, maybe a bit of slice cutting and a bit of point cutting through. I kind of think, obviously styling with men's hair, you kind of don't want it, less is more. I think it gives you a lot more options. You don't want anything that's too overly styled. Obviously it needs to be livable, it needs to be easy to maintain for the client when they get home. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use a diffuser just to dry it off, just to enhance the curl. Put a bit of this texturising powder in. Just like it. Give it a nice bit of grip. And what we'll do is we'll go through and just loosely slice cut, just releasing some bit more of the curl. When you're finishing and styling a client's hair, ask if they use heat on their hair. Make sure that you're using, if they do use heat on their hair, obviously you want to be using a hairdryer. Ask if they use brushes on their hair at home. If so, how do they style it? Also, don't be scared to ask a client if they need any advice. Offer them all the knowledge and experience that you have in terms of finishing and styling, so that it can easily be replicated at home. So just to recap what we've done, we took the length a bit short, kind of layered, but left a little bit of a corner through the perimeter. We then went through, faded through the hairline down to a 1, and then skin faded through the neck. We rounded out this area through the back with layering, and then we texturised the top using the layering technique of inversion, from going from short to long, with a little bit of channel cutting and point cutting mixed into it, just to allow some of the curls to come through. And obviously we styled it with a diffuser, bringing everything forwards, allowing the natural movement of the curl to come through, and just enhancing it. And now we're just finishing off, seeing how the hair wants to move. And that's how we styled a loose wavy quiff with a low fade.
Thank you very much for watching our video. Please don't forget to like or subscribe down there, or if you want to see another video straight away, check out some of these.